Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of Josiah the Game King, who has requested that I react to Joshscorcher's review of Power Ponies. So yeah, more Joshscorcher, and we're back to actual MLP episodes this time. So that'll be fun. Power Ponies I like. I think it's a decent episode. It definitely has problems, and it's not like a favorite or anything, but I enjoy the concept and the execution of said concept. Just all the superpower stuff. Like especially Rarity. I just really love Rarity with her projection powers there. And just how she uses them. It's just highly entertaining the whole episode through. And then there's Flutter Hulk, which is just, I mean, how do you not love that? Yeah, just all the superpower stuff is such a fun concept and such a fun thing to have that I know the Spike stuff is maybe a bit heavy-handed, and that's what a lot of the critics of the episode tend to harp on. But I think the fun outweighs it for me, and I end up just more or less overall enjoying it. And I'm kind of prepared, just knowing Josh here, that he probably won't feel quite the same. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just prepared that he's probably going to be a bit more critical here. Anyway, though, looking forward to his take. Hopefully, it'll be pretty fun. Let's get started and find out. Here we go.
This video, and possibly
Dragon
every video
Claw
for the past
Computers.
5 years, has been made possible by Dragon Claw Computers.
Okay.
Any design, any budget, made just for you.
Interesting.
Visit DragonClawComputers.org and mention Joshscorcher at checkout and receive a free autographed PNY flash drive.
Cool. Well, Adam West. Yeah.
Hi, this is the Fiery Joker. It's in my name, so I have to burn it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing that voice throughout the entire review. No, sir. Okay, so... The Incredibles.
Was that a Linkara?
It's the never-ending story. Sounds like a cool concept, right? Plenty of avenues to explore,
No.
lots of cool images
I guess
on the
that's
screen.
kind of what it is.
Apparently not, because we got that for MLP, and it sucked.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Power Ponies today. I don't hate this episode, but I can understand why people do. Can't say it's really great with a straight face either. So, here we go. Let's watch the hot mess known as Power Ponies.
Wow, yeah, we're really... okay, straight up Linkara parody.
Welcome to the Fiery Joker. Bad ponies burn.
Okay, don't burn any ponies. That's not...
It's something he won't learn. Not shy and not the boldest. Merciless, your heart's the coldest. Put that show out to the public. It could be your turn. Joshscorcher. He's a man, kaboom. He has a pretty beard. Joshscorcher. He really likes ponies. Don't you think it's weird? Joshscorcher.
It is.
Hot metal, Sumiyin, Joshscorcher. This episode sucks. Josh.
Okay. Well, that's fun. Every aspect of this is just patterned after a Linkara video.
So, this episode starts off with Spike keeping Twilight awake. Or it shouldn't be her keeping him awake.
That's how it usually
2
is.
more minutes, Twilight? I'm just getting to the really good part. The maniac is about to...
The maniac?
Alright, 1. This is obviously not the first time he's read this kind of comic, and
Yeah.
you're only now asking him about it? That's kinda inconsiderate. 2, you never seem to have the same consideration when he's trying to sleep, little miss I must save the world at all hours of the night. 3, when did you start wearing a sleeping cap?
It's adorable. Don't question it.
Maniac. Props for the pun. Makes me want to punk kittens.
Why would you do that?
The Power Pony's most evil nemesis. She was the power-mad owner of a hair care product company. A tragic accident at her shampoo factory in Metropolis not only gave her main strange new powers, but also caused her to go completely insane!
Alright. 1. Why do so many female villains have evil living?
Yeah, I
as a
mean, it is.
superpower?
It's
2,
pretty common.
Wait a minute. You're introducing her backstory in the very same issue where she's also the Power Pony's most evil nemesis? Boy, that escalated quickly.
Or maybe...
Version of the Killing Joke, which raises a lot more questions. 3, Power mad owner of a hair care company? What, did she envy the power that lipstick had over pony? Oh, she's out for revenge on mascara wands. 4? What kind of shampoo was she making to give her that kind of superpower? What is she, a Captain Underpants villain?
She and her hench ponies are planning to break into the Metropolis Museum and steal the Electro Orb so she can use it to power up her doomsday device. Of course, the maniac wouldn't have even known if Humdrum hadn't slipped up and told her all about it.
All right. 1.
Wow.
What is an
Wow.
object that powerful doing just sitting in a museum? Parents would put them under some tighter security. 2? How do you just let something like that slip out? If he's that freaking incompetent and keeps screwing things up for the Power Ponies, why do they keep him around?
That's a good question.
How have they not drowned him in
Oh.
a burlap sack?
Oh, God.
He's explicitly telling supervillains where to find perpetual energy balls. He kind of needs to be silenced.
I doubt he told the villains directly.
Fixing up Luna and Celestia's old castle tomorrow, we all have to do our part. We don't want to be too tired to lend a hoof.
At least not
Or
intentionally.
claw.
Fixing up the old castle? Why? It's season 7 right now, and this little activity goes nowhere. Okay,
Yeah,
they
that's-
do come back to it in later episodes to read books and junk.
Yeah.
But they didn't really need to clean it up for that, did they? Is that a gift for Celestia and Luna? Cadence and Shining's honeymoon suite? Just a weird thing they felt like doing? They never tell us why they're doing this. I mean, it's not like Starlight was planned to be a princess by this point. Right?
2 more minutes.
Yes! Thanks, Mom. Sister. Master. What's the relationship?
I think we're firmly in sister now, after recent episode. Okay. Okay. What? Oh, wow. I am...
So it appears that everyone's been hard at work
Moving
cleaning the
on?
castle for a good while now, and...
Good old Spike is here, ready to do his part.
Hold the f***ing hot dogs! You tell Spike to get some sleep so he can better help, and yet you ditch him the next morning and make him walk through the Everfree Forest alone? Gee, I sure hope a crocodile doesn't eat him, you dingus!
Isn't there anything I can help you with, Twilight?
Don't worry about it, Spike, so good! I think she's right. It looks like we've got it, Spike.
Holy shit cakes, Twilight? Okay, again, you tell him to get a good night's sleep so he can help, and you don't let him.
That is
do
a good
anything
point.
once he
I never
gets
really
there.
thought about that,
Why?
honestly.
He could easily crawl into small spaces and look for nests of animals. He could check for fire hazards because you only seem to be focusing on the main room. He could dust anything. Some princess of friendship you are. You treat your oldest friend in the world with such little regard. Celestia, can we get a replacement? Ah,
Wow.
Not that one.
Wow. I guess the explanation is just that
Villain?
things were going a lot smoother than she expected.
Humdrum never stops the villain. He's just there for comic relief.
Okay, remember that statement for later. I got a bone the size of Godzilla's femur to pick with it.
Wow.
Also, was Twilight trying to be nice, or was she showing that she never listens to him again? Neither one seems likely at this point. So, after we see Pinkie Pie glitch up, ride to hell Retribution style, Spike goes somewhere private.
What's that?
3 squiggly lines.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I know I saw a magnifying glass lying around last time I was here.
But would it still work? I mean, considering the last person that was here was 1,000 years ago, I don't think it'd be clear. Gosh, I'm turning into CinemaSins at this rate.
Nice.
So on the book Never-Ending Jumanji, Spike and company into it, except for Pinkie, who just leaps in as usual, and Spike finds himself in Metropolis.
Holy new personas, ponies!
Holy awkward and cringy, Batman. Then they see the maniac burst from a building and realize they have to beat her in order to escape. Okay, back the Tartarus up. 1. Why does this comic book have magic? Isn't that dangerous? And how the heck were they able to enchant it with something so powerful? 2. Are there other comic books that have magic enchantments? Or is it just this one? It's never explained. 3. What would have happened if they didn't get the exact amount of ponies and dragon here? Would these characters just not have been there? That would have been weird. Or,
Yeah.
what if it had been just some pony who knew nothing about fighting, who picked this up for a little bit of escapism? Or just some little kids? Aren't most people who read these kinds of comics little kids? What about them? What if they get hurt? Would they die? What if they die in the comic book? This is a space-time buttload of lawsuits waiting to happen.
If you do that again, I will be so freaking nettled.
Time for the main event.
Oh,
Bring back the parts of the Silver Age comics that I forcibly repressed. So it turns out they all have powers of the comic book heroes, and Pinkie Pie has super speed. Arceus, help us. And clearly, Applejack is Blunder Woman.
Twilight, freeze her mane!
Do what?
You're the masked Matterhorn. You can shoot all kinds of crazy power beams from your horn.
She already does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they try unleashing their powers, but they have absolutely no idea how to use them. Wow, real nice of the comic writers to maybe give them some practice time, maybe drop them in during their origin stories instead of in the middle of a heist. Nope, just gonna kidnap you and throw you in a life or death pitch combat. What the heck? Then Spike tries to snatch the orb away, but trips.
No kicks.
I'm humdrum.
Really? You didn't notice your clothes, the gloves you were wearing,
Yeah.
the mask on your face? You didn't notice that you were the character you were expressing empathy with not 4 minutes ago?
Wow.
So then Applejack lassos the top of the tornado until it explodes.
Makes sense.
No.
I think we have to stop the maniac from using her doomsday device to destroy it.
No biggie. I was already awesome. And now we've all got superpowers.
She said after she summoned the tornado that helped the villain get away.
Your character is wearing a cape.
Yeah, for absolutely no reason. He's pretty much useless.
Okay, here's the problem I was talking about earlier. Yes, Spike is feeling useless and like he's not contributing enough, which is why he likely won't admit he identifies with Humdrum. I can tell the intro of this episode was setting this up by having the group clean the castle of the two sisters and having him not being able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem with that though. There were plenty of things that he could have been doing that no one was letting him do.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Even outside this episode, Spike has never been useless. I mean, he's been lazy or inconsequential, but he's never sabotaged a situation, even accidentally. So why does he suddenly have these out-of-nowhere self-confidence issues? This conflict is really, really forced.
Quick little editor's note, this bit kind of reminds me of an episode of Avatar known as Sokka's Master.
Okay.
Throughout the episode, Sokka feels useless in comparison
I
to
think
the rest
that's
of
a
Team
little
Avatar because,
better though.
well, he can't bend like they can. As he puts it, he's just
It's a good
guy
episode.
that's normal. So he decides to learn the ways of the sword so that he can contribute more to the team. But there was one big problem with that. Sokka wasn't useless. He was the idea guy. He was a brilliant strategist. He was a dang beast with that boomerang of his. It feels like history is repeating itself here.
I don't know.
Yeah, one other thing about Spike.
He saved an entire empire not one season ago! And you expect me to believe that he thinks he's useless? You are made of stupid!
Wow.
So they go to find Maniac's headquarters. Weird, for a city, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people out. And then they
That is
fight
true.
Maniac's henchmen, and several of our heroines are suddenly hyper-competent with their powers. Okay, you know, the pacing of this episode is really weird. We're not given a lot of information about the world or explanations of how some of their powers are activated. Even how they got into the world in the first place goes nowhere. This episode seems more concerned with winking at the audience with, "Hey, comics used to do this. It's funny. Laugh at it." So they all get captured with hairspray, and Spike is left alone to mope and whine about his misplaced feelings of manufactured uselessness. And he finds them suspended in a cage. Wow, competent henchmen. I'll see that every day.
Yeah, I mean,
Spike's
that is...
feelings of worthlessness are undone in a single sentence, because of course that's how it works. And he is somehow able to trick the henchmen and no one notices him. Okay, I take it back, dumb henchmen. Then the next few minutes are a long fight scene that has some pretty cool animation,
Yeah.
but for the most part it's pretty boring until Maniac flicks a firefly.
What makes you think
This really is the best part.
the rules that comic artists ain't on apply to you? Why don't you pick on supporting your own side?
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, Fluttershy roids out into a giant angry yellow marshmallow. And it's hilarious to see them clean house and still act all bashful afterwards. So the ponies try to relish in their victory, but then they are ejected from the world as quickly as they began, and it's never mentioned again.
We wouldn't have made it without you, Spike. And I hope you realize that just because we don't always need your help, it doesn't mean that we don't think you're helpful.
Again, there were places he could have helped, and given the circumstances, that's pretty condescending. I get what this episode was trying to be, a loving tribute / parody to Silver Age comics, like The Incredibles, but aside from a couple clever jokes and cool moments with the powers, it rarely took advantage of the scenario and ended up using bad puns to fill the void. The designs of the comic world, like the backgrounds, were really dull and uninteresting, and the setup for how we get there in the first place is sloppily thrown in and then forgotten about. This episode raises so many questions and answers none of them.
That is true.
Inner conflict of feeling useless does have some potential, but its setup isn't believable enough to make it feel like it was earned. If I had to sum up this episode in one word, it'd be careless.
Wow. I mean...
I'm the fiery Joker. That was the same score I gave Baby Cakes.
Oh.
Yikes.
I think it's a better episode than Baby Cakes. Nice. Gotta love fan art. All right. Well, there we go. Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, I don't really disagree with him on anything exactly. At least not to any real extent. But I just, at the end of the day, it works for me a little more, I guess. I'm just just more charmed by what they did, I guess, than he was. So... yeah, there we go. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure what else to say. I think the episode definitely does have its charm, and it is a certain amount of fun. And even though, yeah, there are definitely these flaws, but I don't really expect stuff like the origins of the comic to be explained necessarily. I'm not really looking for My Little Pony to do that. It's just, here's a fun premise. Let's play it through, and then move on to the next thing. And if we do get an explanation, then that's even better. But it's not something I really need. I'm okay with this world just having these random things in it, and just the possibilities being there for these weird little adventures like this. And I don't know. That's just me, I guess. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was. It was a fun review, and I like the whole Linkara parody aspect of it, right down to the theme song. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, just good stuff. I really don't think I have anything else to say. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.